I'm a single dad to my lovely daughter, Ava. She celebrated her birthday last week. I decided to surprise her with a pretty doll she had been eyeing at the local shop. She named it Daisy. Daisy had beautiful brown hair, wearing a sweet pink dress with cute little shoes. For the first few days, Daisy was Ava's best friend. They would eat together, sleep together, and even have small tea parties. Things began to change after a few days. One night, Ava came to my room, shaken. She said Daisy was watching her. I comforted her, saying it was just a doll with glass eyes, nothing more. The next day, a new chapter of horror opened. Ava cried that Daisy had moved on its own. I furrowed my brows. I told her it was just her imagination. Ava looked disappointed, but I saw fear in her eyes. Days passed, things became chilling. I started noticing Daisy wasn't where we'd left her. She was in different places every time. On the dinner table, near the bathroom, sitting on the couch. Each time, the doll's gaze felt more piercing, almost like it was staring at us. One day, we found Daisy in Ava's school bag when we hadn't put her in it. A chill ran down my spine. Ava's face went pale. She stammered, "Daisy didn't want me to go to school alone." The incidents amplified my fear. I decided to put Daisy in the attic. Ava didn't protest. I was hoping things would get back to normal, but after a couple of days, Ava woke me up again saying she heard Daisy talking. By now, I was genuinely scared. I went to the attic with Ava while Daisy was sitting just where I'd left her. To prove Ava wrong, I picked up Daisy and demanded, "Do something, walk, or talk." But it was just a silent doll in my hands. The next day, returning home from work, the most horrifying sight awaited me. Daisy was sitting on the living room couch. My heart raced. I had locked her in the attic. How was she here? I grabbed the doll and locked it in the trunk of my car. The night, we had the first peaceful sleep in weeks. But the peace was short-lived. Early morning, Ava woke me up. She whispered, "Daddy, Daisy is back." I hoped she was dreaming, but her face was pale white with fear. I walked into her room and felt my blood freeze. Daisy was there, lying beside her on the bed. I felt terror like never before. I grabbed Daisy and decided to burn her. This nightmare had to end. I started a bonfire in the backyard, threw Daisy in it, and watched it burn. Ava watched from the window, silent. That night, Ava slept in my arms. We both needed comfort. Just as we were dozing off, we heard a soft, sing-song voice. "Daddy, why did you burn me?" We both sat up, terrified. In the soft glow of the night lamp, we saw something that froze our blood. Daisy, slightly burnt, stood there on Ava's bedpost, staring at us with empty glass eyes. Soon after this, we moved to a new town, leaving behind every piece of old life, especially Daisy. But even today, when all is quiet, Ava and I shudder thinking of those glass eyes and that sing-song voice. "Daddy, why did you burn me?" I'm a math teacher in a small town high school. Among my students, there was one unusual boy named Tommy. He was quiet, never spoke, and didn't mingle with other students. Yet, He always scored perfect in all tests. One day, out of curiosity, I tried to engage Tommy in a chat, but he quickly walked away without saying a word. He had a certain coldness about him, which was quite off-putting. I decided to get in touch with his parents. However, the school records had no contact information for them. I found it strange, but shrugged it off as a clerical error. Cryptic aura around Tommy piqued my curiosity. I tried asking around town about him. Everyone's answer was surprisingly the same. No one knew him or his family. One day, at a local diner, old Martha, an aging long-time resident, known for her sharp memory, overheard me talking about Tommy. She beckoned me over, a worried expression on her face. She claimed that there was a Tommy fitting my description who used to live in town, but he had died in a car crash 15 years ago. My blood ran cold. Everything around me began to spin. Was it possible that my student was a ghost? I returned to school the next day with a lump of fear in my throat. I kept my distance from Tommy, who appeared normal as ever, acing his math test. Somehow, this normalcy sent shivers down my spine. I started digging through the old school records, which were in a chaotic state. After days of searching, I found what I was looking for, a yearbook from 15 years ago. There was Tommy, looking identical. The caption under his picture read, "In loving memory of Tommy, who left us too soon." I was scared, but decided to confront Tommy. After the class, I asked him to stay back. He didn't move or speak. He was just there, standing, looking at me with blank eyes. I asked if he had died 15 years ago. Tommy smiled, a sad, chilling smile, and said, "Yes, but I'd never been good at math. I wanted to learn it properly." Frightened and speechless, I saw him walk out of the room, disappearing into the crowd of students in the hallway. He never came to my class after that day. I told my story to a few colleagues. Some thought I was joking, others believed I was hallucinating, but old Martha believed me. We decided to hold a small memorial for Tommy by the tree in the school grounds. It was our way of telling him it was okay to move on. Since then, I've never encountered anything supernatural. But Tommy's incident etched a lasting impression on me. In silent nights, when I'm all alone grading papers, I can still feel a cold breeze and see a faint reflection of a boy smiling at me from the empty desks. The experience was a grim reminder. Not all our students carry the weight of their backpacks. Some of them carry the weight of their souls, caught between worlds, unready for the adventure ahead.